When the first iPhone launched in 2007, it was a revelation, a device that felt like it came from the future. With its giant touchscreen, almost no physical buttons and software that felt effortless, it was unlike anything people had seen before. The iPhone was sleek, inviting, and instantly iconic, capturing the imagination of millions around the world. The iPhone OS was designed for radical simplicity. Just tap an icon, and you're instantly inside an app. It was intuitive, fast, and made technology feel accessible to everyone, not just tech enthusiasts. But beneath that simplicity was a very deliberate choice. This wasn't a general-purpose computer. It was a tightly controlled digital appliance, with Apple holding the keys. Apple decided exactly what you could do with your iPhone. Browse the web, check your email, play music, and use a handful of built-in apps. Every feature was carefully curated, every app hand-picked by Apple to ensure a seamless experience. There was a sense of polish and purpose to everything you could access. But there was no way to add new programs, install third-party software, or customize much of anything. The home screen was fixed, the icons were immovable, and your options were limited to what Apple provided out of the box. This locked-down approach was all about security and reliability. Apple wanted to make sure that nothing could go wrong, that your iPhone would always work exactly as expected. By controlling every aspect of the experience, Apple ensured the iPhone just worked. No viruses, no crashes, no slowdowns. It was a device you could trust, even if you didn't know much about technology. You didn't have to manage files, worry about malware, or troubleshoot mysterious problems. The iPhone took care of all the complexity for you, hiding it behind a simple, friendly interface. For many people, this simplicity was a huge draw. After years of dealing with complicated gadgets, confusing menus, and unreliable software, the iPhone felt like a breath of fresh air. It was a device that just worked, right out of the box. But the trade-off was clear. You couldn't change your wallpaper, rearrange icons, or multitask. The iPhone was beautiful, but it was also rigid. If you wanted to make it your own, you were out of luck. Even simple things like reading a text while browsing the web meant you had to leave the browser entirely. There was no way to run two apps at once or quickly switch between tasks. Apple offered web apps as a workaround, letting you add shortcuts to websites on your home screen. But it wasn't the same as having real native apps. Web apps were limited, slower, and couldn't access the full power of the device. Still, the first iPhone OS set the stage for everything that would follow. A grid of icons, smooth touch controls, and a relentless focus on ease of use. It was a new vision for what a phone could be. The result was a device that was beautiful, polished, and highly controlled, a true walled garden. Everything inside was carefully maintained, but the walls were high. The question on everyone's mind was, would Apple ever open the gate? Would users ever get more freedom? Or would the iPhone always be this closed-off, sealed appliance? The world didn't have to wait long for the answer. Rumors swirled, anticipation built, and the tech world watched Apple's every move. The iPhone's sealed design was both its greatest strength and its most obvious limitation. It was secure, reliable, and easy to use, but it left many users wanting more. It was a perfect starting point, a foundation for something bigger. But as people grew more comfortable with their iPhones, they began to imagine new possibilities. They wanted more apps, more features, and more control. Apple had built a secure, reliable foundation. Now the stage was set for the next chapter, a chapter that would redefine what a smartphone could do. The next step would change everything, opening up new possibilities and transforming the iPhone from a sealed appliance into a true platform. The iPhone was ready to evolve, and soon it did, ushering in a new era for mobile technology. In 2008, Apple changed the game with the launch of the App Store, a move that would forever alter the way we use our phones. Suddenly, the iPhone was no longer just a sleek piece of hardware or a simple communication device. It became a platform, a gateway to endless digital experiences. Developers from every corner of the globe could now create and sell their own apps, unleashing a wave of creativity and innovation that had never been seen before in the mobile world. The App Store transformed the iPhone into a device with limitless potential, where new ideas could flourish and users could discover something new every day. Now your phone could be anything you wanted it to be, adapting to your needs and interests. Media group, iPhone with gaming app open, iPhone displaying travel guide app, iPhone showing fitness tracker app iStock, distribute equally. A game console for entertainment, a travel guide for your adventures, a fitness tracker to help you stay healthy. Apple maintained a careful balance, reviewing every app for safety and quality, ensuring that users could explore freely while still being protected from harmful software. This curated approach gave people the confidence to try new apps, knowing their devices and data were secure from malware and scams. The phrase, "there's an app for that," quickly became iconic, capturing the spirit of endless possibility and convenience that the App Store brought to everyday life. The App Store didn't just change the iPhone, it defined the modern smartphone experience, shaping how we interact with technology and with each other. It made the iPhone personal, powerful, and ever-evolving, allowing each user to customize their device to fit their unique lifestyle. Apple's walled garden, once seen as restrictive, was now bursting with possibilities, a vibrant ecosystem where creativity thrived. The iPhone truly came alive, becoming more than just a phone. It became a companion, a tool, and a source of inspiration. And as the world embraced this new era, the journey was just beginning, with endless possibilities still ahead. By 2010, the iPhone was a hit, but it lacked multitasking. iOS 4 changed that, letting certain apps run in the background, without draining your battery. You could now listen to music while browsing or switch between apps with a double tap. This made the iPhone feel faster and more seamless. Folders arrived, letting users organize their growing app collections. FaceTime made video calling easy and mainstream. A unified inbox brought all your emails together. Each update made iOS more powerful and user-friendly. The iPhone was evolving from a simple device to a true mobile computer. Multitasking and new tools made it indispensable. iOS was maturing fast. 2011's iOS 5 brought two breakthroughs: iCloud and Siri. iCloud synced your data wirelessly, making backups and transfers effortless. No more cables. Your digital life was always up to date. Siri introduced voice control, letting you talk to your phone naturally. Set reminders, send texts, or get answers just by asking. iMessage and Notification Center made communication and alerts smarter. The iPhone became more connected, intelligent, and helpful. iOS was now a true digital assistant. For years, iOS was all about rich textures and skeuomorphic icons, digital buttons that looked like real leather, wood, and felt. Every app tried to mimic the physical world, making your phone feel almost like a tiny desk or bookshelf in your pocket. But in 2013, Apple took a bold leap with iOS 7, introducing a flat, colorful redesign that shocked longtime users and designers alike. Gone were the fake leather and wood, suddenly clean lines, simple shapes, and vibrant hues took center stage. The interface felt lighter, more open, and less cluttered. The new look made content the focus, using translucent layers and lively animations to create a sense of depth and movement, while keeping everything intuitive and easy to use. With iOS 7, Control Center debuted, giving users instant access to key settings like Wi-Fi, brightness, and music controls, all with a single swipe from the bottom of the screen. The redesign was bold and divisive. Some loved the fresh look, while others missed the old charm. But there was no denying it. iOS was now modern, ready for the future. The new design worked better on all screen sizes, from the smallest iPhone to the largest, and set a new standard for mobile interfaces everywhere. With iOS 7, Apple proved it wasn't afraid to reinvent itself, even if it meant leaving the past behind. The flat aesthetic quickly defined the next era of iOS. influencing app designers and competitors across the industry. Function and form evolved together, making the iPhone not just beautiful, but more usable and accessible than ever before. The iPhone felt fresh again, ushering in a new chapter for Apple and its users. After iOS 7's overhaul, Apple started opening up. iOS 8 brought third-party keyboards and notification center widgets, giving users more choice. Extensibility let apps work together, edit photos, or fill passwords without leaving your main app. Apple Pay and HealthKit added new capabilities. The iPhone became more customizable, yet still secure. Apple loosened its grip, but only where it made sense. The balance between power and simplicity was evolving. As iOS matured, privacy and performance took center stage. Features like intelligent tracking prevention and app tracking transparency put users in control of their data. Privacy labels in the App Store made data collection clear. iOS 12 focused on speed, making even older iPhones feel faster. Apple's commitment to privacy and performance set it apart. Tools like Screen Time helped users manage device use. The iPhone became more secure, efficient, and user-focused. And the latest iOS updates are defined by on-device AI. Apple's neural engine powers features like live text and smarter photo search, all processed privately on your phone. Widgets and the app library use AI to organize and suggest apps. Standby mode and upcoming Apple Intelligence features make the iPhone more proactive. By keeping AI on device, Apple protects your privacy. The iPhone is now an intelligent partner, not just a tool. iOS began as a sealed, simple appliance, secure but limited. Over time, Apple opened it up, adding the App Store, multitasking and customization. Each update balanced power with privacy and ease of use. Today, iOS is a flexible, intelligent platform powered by on-device AI. It's personal, secure, and endlessly capable. The journey from locked-down device to trusted digital companion is Apple's masterstroke. Millions rely on iOS every day. It's a story of thoughtful evolution, powerful, safe, and always moving forward.